Hi everyone, welcome back to the channel. This is the Radtel RT-920 with CB and sideband receive. Let's take a closer look. So this radio comes with a USB to USB-C charger, like most handhelds. It comes with an original lithium polymer battery, 22 milliampere hours. This will last you a lot of time. 7.4 volts, really nice. It has a nice feel to it. Of course, the radio, the antenna, and a charging base. Okay, and you plug this USB back here. There is a USB-C port, and you can set the radio like that. The radio itself, very nice solid structure. It doesn't feel like a toy. As you can see, it has Bluetooth. It can copy a frequency. So when you have a radio next to it, you can key up and press the search button here. You can set this button for different functionalities. We'll go into the menu and see. But you can press and hold this one, and you will copy the frequency. So you don't have to do anything else. Other than that, PTT1, PTT2. As I said, this can do multiple functions. You can set this up in the menu to listen to radio, or listen to CB radio, or shortwave. This is the port here for the audio. Okay, and this is the volume knob, and this is another antenna. So when you are receiving, or when you want to receive in shortwave or on the CB, this is not a potentiometer like the on-off volume here. This is another antenna. So you unscrew this, and you have another antenna here. Let's plug in the battery. The battery slides in like so. Okay. Very nice and solid. It's nice and thick. It's not small like, let's say, the Baofeng. Look at the difference with the Baofeng. Look at the size difference. It's a little bit bigger. Okay, this is the UV5R Baofeng Mini. But compared to, let's say, the weight and the size, this one is bigger. You can hook up the clip here. I forgot to show you the clip. Okay, and let's go ahead and turn it on. Okay, let's go ahead and turn on the radio. Like in any other portable radios that you see here, or you probably have, when we turn it on, there is a setting in the menu that we can tell the radio to show us the battery life, the battery condition, or just the plain company logo, which that's what we have right here. You can see the two VFOs here, VFO A and B, which you can select with this button here. These are bands, band selector, and here is VFO or memory. So on the band, you can see we are on the UHF here. There you go. So this is, we are in VFO now. You can see we are in the CB band. We can go into 6 meters. We can go into the air band, VHF, and look at all these bands, and UHF, GMRS. Very nice radio. You can see the battery indicator up here with the voltage. Here it tells us that we have the dual watch activated. Our VFO A and VFO B. We can select from here. And we can go into the menu. Pretty much the buttons are the same. We have the menu button here. And from here, let's say you have a few options to change the VFO, the squelch level. And you can go up and down and then exit. Okay, so this is our menu. This is our squelch. We can hear there's actually 51 settings. So this is the firmware. RX modulation is when we receive either on AM or FM, and here we can reset the VFO, and all of our settings, but the all here will reset the memory channels and whatnot and everything. It will most likely do like a factory reset. Let me come a little closer. Okay, so as you saw, there's a 51 settings here. We'll try to do it as fast as we can. This is the going down. We started from this side, and we have the Bluetooth. This radio has Bluetooth. You can connect it with a cordless microphone, which I have one here, and we can try it. And also there is an app for this radio that you can connect, like the TID radio has, or the Baofeng, and you can program all your frequencies through the app or via chirp if you don't want to use a cell phone. All right, so we're back in the menu. Bluetooth on, noise reduction. There is an option here to filter the noise. Your Scrabble. This will you have to have Scrabble on for both radios when you communicate with each other. And then if I'm on the same frequency, I won't be able to understand. That's the purpose of Scrabble. That's what it does. People will never understand what you say. Here is an all mode. This is an alarm mode. Okay, so that when we go in, we can sound the alarm on the radio, on the other radios nearby. We can send a sound. We can send a code. Okay, so now we're gonna say exit, and we'll continue with the menu. Pretty straightforward. TXA, TSA, and B, so you can set this up to transmit only one VFO, not the other one, so you can have the other one to just listen. Here is, you can put a name, or if you want to say on VFO A or VFO B, do you want to say a name on the channel or the frequency? The settings are pretty much the same. Repeater tone, Vox delay, menu exit time. Yes, I like that because it times out every 10 seconds. So I'm gonna make this 40 seconds. Let's see, 45. It has a minute, so I'll leave it at 60. We need to go back. One more. There you go. We'll leave it at 60, so it doesn't time out as I'm showing you the menu options here. Your tones. This is for a repeater. You can scan and add. Okay, so when you scan for a channel, you can delete it or add it here. When the radio will lock in 5 seconds, 10 seconds, and whatnot. Your DTMF tones and DTMF codes. See, as I was saying, power on message, or you're gonna have the logo or the voltage, shift, offset, and this is the PTT3. You can see PTT 1, 2, and 3. So the 3, you can go in here in the menu and say I wanted to change my TX power, or have it scan, or have it search, or go into the weather channels, the NOAA, or send an SOS. You saw on the setting before, the SOS will be either be heard on the radio or on the frequency. You can select it from here. Or you can see a spectrum. This radio has a spectrum analyzer. To be honest, I haven't looked at it because I just got the radio. We will select it though. Okay, we will select it, and we'll look it up in a little bit later. So we were at the PTT function, PTT3. This is our PTT2 now. Okay, and then you have to long press if you want to activate the radio, because this receiver can listen to the radio. Okay, you can have it scan and search, or NOAA, or SOS, or spectrum. So we're just gonna leave it at that. So there is two functions. You press and hold, or you press once. It works like a PTT, but if you press and hold, long press, it will do one of these functions here. Moving on. Oh, and this is, so you cannot change the function of the PTT1. The PTT1 is always PTT1. It doesn't matter if you long press it, it won't do anything. But for PTT2, if you press it once, it can send an SOS. Let's go in here. It can show you the spectrum or TX power. So this way you can transmit on VFO A and VFO B. Moving on, scan. So many things here. Language, English, and I think it's Russian. Voice on off. So remember, on other radios, this will talk every time you change something. It will say AM or channel or whatnot. So you can turn the voice on and off from here. It's not a bad voice. I don't know, some of you don't like it. I don't like it either. Let's move on. We have the Roger beep. This is good for GMRS. So we're gonna select this one and we're gonna say single beep or 1200 tone. Okay, I'm gonna leave it off. Channel name, we can, every channel that we save on the memory, we can give it a name, which is good. Voice priority, encryption 1 and encryption 2. Again, this has to do with the Scrabble. You can encrypt your voice. Yeah, your tones again for repeaters. CTSS. We are on setting number 12. Delete a channel from the memory. You can add a channel in the memory here. Zone 1, 2, 3. You can have zones with different channels in it. Timeout timer. Beep prompt. This is for the ABR is for your, so we're gonna say okay, and this is for the screen, so you can set up how fast the light on the screen will stay on. So the maximum is 3 minutes, and I have it there on 3 minutes, so we're not gonna touch any other settings. Real quick, the receive, if you want to have it, if you want to listen wide or narrow, right? Your Vox. You can turn it on and change the sensitivity here. This is the battery save, so you can have it on normal mode. Super mode will turn off the light immediately, and if you don't want to have the battery, this battery will last. You can see the voltage up here, and I'm using the radio for quite some time now today, and the battery is still there at 8.3, 8.4 volts, so the battery will last. And of course here you have your TX power, which is set on high. This radio will do 10 watts, okay, not 5, not 8, 10 real watts. And over here we have our step. When changing frequency, I would leave it at 1, okay, I will leave it at 1 because we have to go into the, let's see, 2.5 kilohertz. You know what, let's leave it at 2.5 kilohertz. Because we will go and receive on the shortwave, and I want to see how this works. So this is your squelch level. We have it at level 3. I removed the antenna now because I don't want, you know, noise coming in when receiving. So yeah, this is pretty much these are the settings. The keypad is really strong, and there is some shortcuts here. You can exit the menu from here. This is your menu. You select up and down, you choose something, and then you exit. Press and hold the button number 1 will scan. Number 2, if you press and hold, it will take you to your memory channels. 3, these are like shortcuts, okay. 4 is the power, so if I press and hold 4, there you go, it took me straight into the menu, and I can change the power. Really cool shortcuts. The pound button here will press and hold will lock the radio. Let's go ahead and press it, and you can see the lock here appeared. So now nobody can key up, nobody can do anything. See, it doesn't do nothing. Let's unlock it. All right. Let's hook up the 2-meter antenna that came with it, and We'll set up an external antenna over here. Remember this. You unscrew this. Don't lose this. Be very careful where you put it. Don't lose it. Again, this is not a potentiometer. This is just a cap to cover the antenna, and you cannot take it from here and put it here so you don't lose it. It doesn't fit. So once you take it from here, make sure you don't lose it, because then you're gonna, let's see, if I put this antenna on, the original antenna, you're gonna walk around like this, which is okay, but this is gonna collect dust here and whatnot. All right, let's see. Oh, I'm picking up some signals already here. Oh, it's just noise. I'm getting there's people talking. Okay, so we are connected. You can see my RG58 from my external antenna. This is just a male PL259. You get the idea. Okay. I'm not using expensive quad because I don't know if you're following the channel. I'm just using a window antenna. All right. So the antenna is removable. All right. Let's go on the bands. We're gonna click on the bands. VFO. We will click on the bands and we will find the CB band. The CB band comes in like this, but we can only receive AM or FM. Let me come a little closer. I hope you can see someone is talking now. We can only listen AM or FM on the regular CB band, but I'll show you how to go to sideband after. So now, as you can see, we have the dual watch, and we can receive both stations at the same time. These guys are on sideband, that's why they sound like this, but I'll show you. So for example, if we go to, let's say 20, no, negative, we're gonna press the 0 first, 27,285, that will take us to channel 28 on AM. And let me see how I have set up the squelch. Squelch is number 3, so we're gonna move it to 2 or 1. Yeah, that's better. So now we're listening on 27, and
I'm gonna wave right back. Wave that weekend wave there, Mr. Mountain Man. Good afternoon to you. Good afternoon, Mr.
And I know your next question, what your next question is going to be, can it transmit on AM? And the answer is no. This is only for receiving. We cannot transmit. Okay, this is only for receiving. But it goes to sideband, as I mentioned before. Let's go to channel 6 real quick. We're going to press 027025. Oh man, look at the crazy signals over here. I have the squelch on, as you can see. I have the squelch on. I can take it off 1 second, because I know. Okay, squelch is off now. Now we can scan, okay, if we press and hold the key number 1 here, but we have to change the squelch to at least 1, so there is no noise coming in. Something like this. So we're gonna press and hold scan, and now when the signal disappears, it will move into the next station, hopefully. But these guys are too fast, yeah. These guys are too fast. There you go. You have to give it a go a little bit. So now we're close to channel 11, 12. There you go. So it's supposed to be 135, but these guys, because they are, see, Let me press and hold the scan again. Okay, so go to 125, 135. That's where those guys were, not 130, because it's a wide signal. It picks it up like so. So let's go back again. See if we can pick up another. It's not on the frequency. It's supposed to be 185, which is channel 19, but it's not bad. Like it stops because it's a wide signal, and we didn't stop on 28. It will stop on 38 for sure. Yeah, there you go. Now these guys are on sideband. So how do we do sideband? We press and hold the 0. Okay, we press and hold the 0. So let's do. Okay, remember the setting that we can change the PTT 2 and 3, and somewhere there was radio. So I was trying to do it by long pressing the button number 1, but because I moved it to PTT 2, I didn't realize that I couldn't get it to work. So now if we press and hold the PTT 2, it would say radio initialization. It might take up to 10 seconds. And now this turns as a radio receiver. Okay? As I said, 10 seconds. There you go. So now we can receive with this antenna here, with the external antenna. So anything, any voices or any signals that come out now on the speaker are connected to the external antenna. This doesn't work. You can remove it if you have it somewhere stationary. You can go ahead and remove this big and tall antenna, and you can set it up like somewhere next to a radio or in a shelf, and you can just listen from the speaker. So now we are on upper sideband. The menu options have changed. So we can press the menu button here, which is the OK, and we can change the modulation to AM, lower sideband, CW, okay, and there you go, FM, AM, lower side. Now the tricky part here is that if you go on FM or AM, it will change. Like let me show you. It's a little bit confusing, and I don't know why they did it like this. So now if we go into FM, for example, okay, now we are on FM. We're gonna say okay. It says radio initialization, please wait. Okay, and now we're gonna exit, and now we're on the FM. So if we go to, let's say, 104.5, right, you can see, or if we do 103.5, which is a couple of our local stations here in Toronto, it works nice. The speaker is good enough. It doesn't sound teeny. It sounds really good. But now if I cannot press any other frequency, so I cannot go to shortwave. In order for me to do that, we have to go into the menu, okay, and select and change the modulation type, and that will take us to these frequencies. So for example, if I want to go to upper sideband, I'm going to say okay, and now it's initializing again. I've got to wait a few seconds, and then this will take us into sideband. See, it takes time because now it has to load the program with all the there you go. So now we are on sideband, and we are in 10 meters here. Now I can go ahead and type in the frequency. So for example, 27,385, okay? But now I'm on upper side, so I have to go in the menu again, and now select the lower side, select here, and then go into lower side, and then hit OK. All right, and then exit. Now I'm on sideband. People are having fun as always on 38. You see the red triangle here? By pressing star, you can move it. So instead of going into the menu, because all these options are in the menu, right? So if I press star, now I highlighted the step. So now directly I can change the step to 10 kilohertz, 5 kilohertz, 1 kilohertz. And then press star again, and now I can change the bandwidth. So now I can move the buttons up and down, and I can make it narrow or wide. It can go all the way to 0.5 kilohertz, and that makes it really narrow. I will leave it at 4 for now, and then I'm gonna hit the star button, and I'm gonna go to LNA. This has to do with receiving. So this is the automatic gain control. Very nice. I don't know if you can see. Yeah, you can see now. Sorry about that. So gain control, or you can go by dBs, minus 35 or 0 or minus 1, and you get the idea. And then here, by pressing star again, we can go into the BFO and change the BFO directly. So for example, we can say it's always plus. You can see the plus here. We have to press pound to make it minus. Oh no, sorry, it's seeking. Great. You know why I say pound? So let's exit here. Hold on. Now the press and hold 0 works. So now we gotta wait because I hit exit. So that's another thing. I hit exit and it took me out completely. So now we have to wait again a few seconds. There you go. So now if I go on the menu, I am on the menu. So now if I go through all the options, you can see the BFO, and that's when you select it, and then by pressing pound, you make it minus, say, 2500. And then you said OK, and it's been set. So all the settings here are shortcuts. They also appear here. This is your automatic gain control. We set it at 0 before. Your bandwidth, all right, so you can select how narrow or wide you want it. So there you go. You can press the star and everything is highlighted now here, and you can change the step real quickly, and or see, now went to 1 megahertz. Okay, now if I want to, so now if I press exit, it will take me out completely again. So make sure you press star to highlight the red arrow if you want to change the frequency. So now you can change the frequency, and for example, we can go to 14300. This is now on 20 meters, and we need to change to lower sideband. So now we're going to say OK. We're going to select the modulation type, and we're going to scroll down to upper side. And there you go, exit, and we are here, and we can listen to the stations. Again, I'm using a window antenna. For those of you who follow this channel, I'm using a window antenna, so the reception is not going to be the best, but you get the idea. Okay, let's see what else we can pick up here. If you want to make a test and see how you sound, for example, if you're trying another microphone and you want to go to the HF band with your HF radio and you want to listen how you sound, you know the frequency already, you can go, let's say, directly 14205, for example, boom, and you're there. Yeah, and remember, we cannot transmit over here, so the PTT does nothing. If I transmit now, I will go back to GMRS and transmit there. So yeah, this is it. The Radtel RT-920. I'll put a link in the description below where you can buy the radio if you like it. This is it. Let's go back into the regular. So I'm just going to hit exit. And now we're in the VFO B. Let's go back to VFO A. And we're going to do a quick scan by pressing and holding 1. The step is 2.5. Now we're receiving with the original antenna, not the external antenna. Okay. So there's people talking on the repeater. It's just our squelch is too high. And oh no, the squelch is okay. So yeah, with this antenna, I guess the location that I am, I cannot pick up. And mind you, You see the light above the radio is an LED light, and I have multiple LED lights here. So I have to press and hold. Remember, I've set this up to, if you press once, it will take us to the weather station. Okay, press it again to go back. But if you press and hold, this is our receiver, so that we can adjust the volume. And as I'm doing that, I can hear people talking. And this is it, the Radtel RT-920. Very nice and solid radio. I give it 9 out of 10. if my opinion matters. I don't know. I don't want to influence you. Yeah, see this connector? I always, make sure you don't lose this. All the radios that you see here, okay, all the radios that you see here, I keep them in Ziploc bags so they don't collect dust, and this is just new for me here, so I have a Ziploc bag ready to go. Okay, thank you so much. Thank you for watching and for your support. As I said, I'm going to put the link on the description below, and I'm going to put the link for this SMA jumper cable with the SMA to SO239 connector. If you haven't have one, you can go ahead and buy one so that you can use it for the external antenna. Thank you so much. I'll see you in the next one. 73.